Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel and to this video. Today we will be painting another landscape, and this one will be somewhat abstract, so I think you will enjoy it. Quite simple, and some pine trees are gonna be there, also some in the distance, some little birdies, lake, and I believe this will be a fun thing to do and to practice. So first I'm starting with my sketch, and as you can see on a finished painting, I'm just doing the lines for the edges of the snow, little snow hills and the lake, and that will be basically it. We just need a guide where things on our painting will be placed, and not any particular and special details. When finished with sketch, I moved on to my background, the back of the painting behind the snow hills, and I privated that part of the paper and then added some trees, and this one are gonna be looking like they are a little bit further in the distance, covered with some mist. So I'm using a quite light wash of paint. I don't want them to be dark, I do want them to look as though they are a little bit foggy, and so just adding them here and there. I did not do the lines for those, but you can also, when you're doing your sketch, you can make that line just to know where you're gonna place all those trees. But I just knew how I would want to place them, and I did not sketch the line for those trees behind. And as you can see now, they look a little bit darker, but later on when they dry, they will be lighter. And I'm just doing those trees that are a little bit closer. They're just behind the lake. And this one I will be painting a little bit darker, but again, I started with a very light wash, and then on top of it adding a little bit darker paint, then again a little bit darker, then again a little bit darker, so it will get this layered look. Also, I am not really painting those pine trees or trees. I'm just doing the lines, and you can see I'm pressing it a little bit harder with my brush on the lower part of the trees and a little bit lighter on the top of part of the trees, just picking up my brush because I don't want them to be just one straight line. I do want that part nearest to the ground to be a little bit thicker, and the tip top of our trees to be a little bit thinner. So afterwards I'm doing the line for the lake, and this one I'm painting quite dark, and you see I'm painting a broken line. It's not really one straight line, but just one broken line, and also just above that line or beneath that line, depending how you turned your paper. I did turn it around because it makes it easier for me to do this. I've painted just a light wash looking like a shadow, and then on the lower part, I'm doing the shadows for the trees, and they won't be visible. Those shadows won't be visible on the part of the lake that is nearest to the trees, but it will be visible on that part of the lake that is closer to us, because those trees are a little bit further away from the lake, and they're not casting shadows or reflection just on that part of the lake, on the beginning of the lake, but they're casting shadows and actually those reflections near to us. That is the reason why we didn't paint the shadows or those reflections on the upper part of the lake, but that lower part that is near to us. Then adding just a couple of more lines for some shadows and adding some texture to the snow. Again, I'm using very, very light wash of paint, and I'm just going back and forward as my paper dries and my paint dries. It gets a little bit lighter, so I'm looking where I need to add a little bit more pigment and a little bit more paint, and I'm doing that. Also, I did want that shadow of the tree or reflection for the trees in the lake to be quite dark, so I will be adding a little bit more even pigment later on, but for now I just wanted to leave it to dry. Also, I've added a couple of trees that are near to us on that part just near to at the edge of the lake, and also a couple of smaller ones. Then also I decided to paint a couple of birds, and as you can see I'm not really painting any details on those birds. I'm just starting with the tip of my brush, then pressing it a little bit harder, going to the body, and then picking it up, going onto the other wing. And that is basically it. Those are a couple of small words, so they don't have to have any particular details. And then a little bit more details to the lake. I did added some horizontal lines to that lake, just to make it look as though that is water or some ice there. And that is basically it. With this couple of details last, I'll be finishing off this painting and this video. Again, very, very simple. I think you should definitely give this one a shot. And if you do like this video, please hit the like button, share it, comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. Maybe consider joining my channel. That's also an option. Next to the subscribe button, there is a join button. Maybe press on that, listen to the offer, and decide. Again, thank you so much to all of those who already did join my membership. I really do appreciate that a lot. You are just awesome. So thank you again so much for watching this video, for all your support. I hope you will have a happy holidays. And again, guys, I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.